Jaymz Larson, my name, alongside producer Mike, and we've got the guests in the studio. And we have guests all the time, Mike, but today this is just extra special. And,
this is really
having a
fun.
lot of fun.
This is really fun. We have K-9 Jago from the University of Iowa Police Department joining us with his partners, Officer Jeff Bernard and Officer Brad Schramm, Sergeant Brad Schramm. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. This is a great treat for us to have an actual K-9 dog here in the studio. So you can look at our Facebook page and see some photographs of this beautiful 3-year-old shepherd, professionally trained, but still very charming, quite the ambassador.
Now, I've had a few people send me emails, and I've had a couple of tweets. Have you guys had some dangerous situations that you and Jago have been involved with? And we all want to know, if you can tell us on the air, but what kind of fun stuff have you guys been working on?
I guess our first real duty, we got called to a roadside crash where a drunk driver had come down 380 and hit several vehicles, and then hit a semi, and the semi driver didn't like it, and he followed him and stopped short, and the guy went in the ditch and ran off. So we got called to the scene, and we tracked the guy and found him, and he said, "Please don't let the dog bite me."
I bet most people probably back down when they see the dog. I mean, I would. It'd be like, all right, the gun's one thing, the police officer, but when I see a dog, I don't want to get bit.
Right. It's surprising how many people that are really, truly afraid of dogs.
Yeah, well, dogs
especially
can
a dog
be
like this.
Exactly, they can be intimidating. But the other thing I've noticed is that as a German Shepherd goes, this one, like I said, is quite the ambassador. Got a charming little personality.
He does.
Beautiful eyes, beautiful colors, and very well mannered, and not intimidating. Unless, of course, you need him to be a little more.
That's right.
Intimidating.
That's
like,
right.
no, I told you to stop. No, Jago told you to stop.
That's the great switch that he has.
Right, right. Well, that means that takes great training and great leadership from the guys like you on the force that can help keep his focus on that kind of thing, because dogs are trained, obviously, but like all of us, they have instincts as well.
Right.
And so you would have to definitely kind of rein that in and make sure that they stay that. Does he have continual training? Do you have updates where you keep him kind of sharp on things?
We do. We train monthly with the Cedar Rapids Police Department and other area agencies, and then we train on our own all the time. It's just every day is some sort of training.
Right. You practice just like you would practice piano or any other thing.
That's
like
correct.
a sport.
I think we should send him down to K-Hawk here. We'll knock on the door, and we'll open up the door, and we'll scare him with the dogs barking at him. We better not do that.
Now, Jess, you also do a lot of public community things with schools and kids and things like that,
I do.
Which really helps them lose that fear of dogs or lose that apprehension about police, that, you know, the police are your safety net.
That's right.
They're our community servants who serve and protect.
That's right. Reinforcing that strong community trust in law enforcement.
So what does your schedule look like on a typical week? Do you usually have one or two of those kind of community things?
It seems like lately I have been, yeah. Director Breckner, our new chief, has really opened the doors for us to go and be true ambassadors for the university and, you know, work with our students. I've ambassador to 5 different groups, and I go around and meet with them, and it really has, you know, fostered those ties that we need to right now.
That's great. It really is. In our community, in this day and age, to be able to do that is a great blessing.
Absolutely.
Now, the other question is then on the other side of that coin, have you guys been called in action to maybe not on dangerous assignment, but like you said, the driver that try to make a run for it, you got to
Right, exactly.
This is just like police TV dramas, huh?
That's right. I work day shift right now. My partner works overnights. She gets a little more action, but we get the crazy stuff, the bank robberies. We've been out on several bank robberies in Iowa City, tracking the suspects. So, and then I'm very proud to say that I worked directly with the Secret Service during all of our candidates' appearances in the state of Iowa.
Very cool.
15 or 16 of those.
Very important to keep
assignments.
them.
That was pretty tough. That was very stressful because you want to give them a thumbs up and say it's safe for the candidate to come in.
And I can only imagine that the Secret Service is probably a very demanding agency.
They are, but they're very easy to work with because I guess we built rapport and trust over the 16 different times, so they knew what they were getting with me.
They know that they're working with solid professionals too.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got 6 questions for Jago, and you're going to answer them for Jago if that's all right. So, question number 1: favorite food for Jago?
It's science diet.
His favorite fire hydrant in Iowa City.
It's right next to the PD, and it's actually a small bush.
His favorite part of the job.
Oh, boy. I think he likes meeting all the college kids the most.
The college girls, you said?
Just the kids in general.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Worst part of his job?
Probably being locked in the car.
Jago's favorite band?
Ooh, it's a toss-up between AC/DC and
Temple
Motley
of the
Crue.
Dog?
Oh, Temple of the Dog.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And last question. How does Jago rewarded? What do you give him for a treat when he does a good job besides this ball? By the way, when you hear this, that's Jago playing with his
the
ball. What's his treat? What's his treat?
Other than the high praise of my voice, it is his ball, and
It is the ball.
just plenty of attention.
Because you don't feed these dogs garbage like we do
Right.
our
No,
animals at home. You're not scraping off your plate like we do. I mean,
He can't have a Hertz donut this morning.
No, they brought in Hertz Donuts for us, and just when we thought we were going to start eating healthy, they bring it. And Hertz Donuts, they're fantastic. So, all right, well, thanks, guys, so much for
Thank you,
stopping
Jaymz.
by.
Thank you, Mike.
And,
Jess, great to meet you, and Brad, you too.
Yeah, one last question. Cedar Rapids Police. Do you ever work with the Cedar Rapids Police and the surrounding, the Marion? Are you guys all friendly, or is it like the fire and police where we like to have
No,
this
we get
friendly?
along great. They've been nothing but great to all of us. We train with them twice a month usually, and it's like I said, they are true mentors to us. They have a rich law enforcement canine tradition and lineage up here, so we want to make sure that we're getting the best training. So they really help us out.
Well, thanks once again for coming in. This is Officer Jeff Bernard and Officer Brad Schramm from the University of Iowa Police Department with their K-9 officer, Jago. And anytime you have an opportunity to come up, if you guys got activities going on that you'd like to, Eastern Iowa to know
Absolutely.
about, come on up and get in touch with us. We'd love to help you spread the word.
Thank you again.
Absolutely. And in honor of you guys stopping in, coming up next, Mike, I know I'm going off script a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to play Giving the Dog a Bone. Coming up next for Jago, it's KRNA.